Hey guys, Clumsy here. Welcome back to Explain. There's been quite a few new toys since the last video, and I'll need some practice. So first, as you see in front of us, I bought the REP Reality Expansion Pack for the Beechcraft Baron B58. It's a beautiful twin-engine plane, and I'm still getting used to it. But on top of that, I saw that there was actually a G1000 version. So this plane we showed last stream. If you haven't seen it, go and check it out. We've tested it out then. And then I found a G1000 version, a glass cockpit version, where if you go inside, is actually, one sec, if I go inside, you can actually see that it has a different cockpit. Not the usual analog dials, but a full-on high-tech satellite thingy. Yeah, so it's pretty good. It actually looks like a Garmin, a Baron G58, one of the newer ones. I think the newest model. Very famous nowadays. But the problem is, I have a hard time actually flying it because of the new instruments. And I got a new toy where I got a CH Eclipse, a flight yoke. So it feels very different from my Thrustmaster Hotas. And I need to practice, especially with the landings. I suck at landings. I was never that good before, but I suck even more now. So I thought I would take you guys with me as I practice my landings, and I'll show you the plane as well. Right? Now the good thing is, we can actually use REP with this plane. So even if it's G1000, a glass cockpit version, it's mostly compatible still with the REP, so we can still have those maintenance reports, the walkarounds and all that stuff. So it's still there. And it's pretty much the same as the one with the Cessna we looked at. There's even the walkaround thing. But there are a few bugs. With this plane at least, not with the REP. So the compatibility is not fully there. And I'll highlight that as we go along. Like if you see the walkaround, it's not completely aligned. So it's a little bit below the normal angle. But yeah, who's checking, right? Anyway, so let's start this plane. Let me turn on my knee board. I'm kind of getting used to this one already, but still, it doesn't hurt to keep safe. Let's open the window so it feels much better, the breeze. We are actually in Singapore right now, in Seletar Airport, because I need to do my landing practice, traffic patterns and stuff, and this is where I feel at home the most. Calm weather, no winds and whatnot, right? Parking brake is set, avionics are off, landing gear is down. Cowl flaps are not open. Let's open them. There you go. The cowl flaps are, if you're not familiar with them, these guys here at the bottom, those ones. So if I bring them up, yeah, those ones. So one on each end, and that helps with the airflow, the ventilation for the engines, each of the engines. So that's left and right. Fuel selectors check, circuit breakers check, battery switch on. Look at that, super high-tech look. Very different from the usual dials. And I have my moments. Sometimes I like high-tech, sometimes I like vintage. Recently, now with this, I'm really into the high-tech stuff for now. Right, landing gear positions check, all three are good. Emergency landing gear hand crank is stowed. Fuel quantity indicators, that's a good point. Actually, the fuel is very low. Let's maybe refuel a bit. Let's refuel a bit. Maybe we turn it off in the meantime. Let's get some fuel in, just for landing practice. I don't know, maybe 20. And this will cost a bit. You can see the price there, 125. And once I apply that, that will apply, and that will actually deduct. So with the economy mode inside REP, yeah, but I've been earning a lot as well. Been doing a lot of flying, and we now have $14,000. So if we need repairs, and we will need it because I will smash the plane, for sure. Then at least we have the budget to do that. Right, let's do that again. Those sounds you hear are the electric gyros starting to work. Mixture. So now that I have the yoke also comes with built-in throttle, so I can actually move these easier. And this is such an amazing thing, not having to stick to the keyboard and wait for forever for that to move. Right, mixture, full rich, propeller, full forward, throttle, full open. Good. So now let's fill the fuel, and let's turn on the fuel pump. As I turn this on, the fuel flow will increase over here. And let me show you that point there. Once it reaches around the 9.0, once it levels out, we turn it off. Actually, now it's low, 7.8. Maybe it's the pressure, different environment. That should be okay. Good. So now we can turn on the engine. Let's see how this looks like. Let's turn off the kneeboard for now so you guys can hear. And I actually forgot something. Should be zeroing out the throttle, keeping the revs low, especially when the engine is still cold. But there you go. And let's also start the next one. Beautiful. Yeah, so you can see a couple of the bugs here. You can see the CHT is in the red. Even the L and R, you can see the R there, just walking. The L there, the R is being offset. So the CHT and oil temperature are not accurate at all. The amps, only one side is working, the other is not. So it's a bit buggy, but if you don't rely on those, if you rely on the reference charts from the kneeboard to know how much mixture you need, how much throttle, how much pressure, how much manifold pressure and all that stuff, then you really don't need to rely fully on that, although it is a bit of a shame. Let's turn on the alternators. I don't want my battery dying out. Let's turn on the avionics. Let me open the kneeboard again. Alright. 10 psi within 30 seconds. I think the oil pressure is okay. Yeah, that's working. Although the oil temperature, honestly, I'm not sure either. And yes, in the next few episodes, we'll explore more about the G1000, how the glass cockpit works, and how the advanced autopilot systems can help us. But right now, we're not going to make use of that. We are going to focus on just flying and landing. Right? Let me have a look. I also have a new toy. This is the AviTab. You can check out the mods list, link in the video description for the list of plugins and mods I'm using. Right, so this is like a tablet where you can have like a map. You can load the map. This gets from OpenStreetMap, so this is real time. This is getting from the internet, or you can refer to other like PDFs you have or other files. Like this one I downloaded for VFR charts, and that is helpful for planning the VFR route. Although with the G1000 you don't really need this that much anymore, but imagine with the old plane with the dials and the primitive Garmin G530, this is going to help a lot. You can also get like airports here, like where are we? WSSL. So if we type WSSL here, you can see different information, how high it is, how high the airport is, 45 feet above mean sea level, the weather, 020 at 05 knots. But that's like based on real life data. So because I chose a different weather, it's not really applicable for us. So instead, for X-Plane, if you're using like non-realistic weather, it's still the most accurate to check it from here. 2992. Okay, WinCom altimeter 2992. That's the altimeter setting. 2992. And let me just clear the flight plan, because that was for a different flight I just did. Alright, so let's change this, the course. set you to 030 so I know where the airport is heading. And the heading, let's maybe, I'm not really going to use that, but let's use those as markers. Let's put that as 300. So I'm going to do patterns in the airport. So like I'm going to do box patterns, right? Going around the airport, landing, touch and go, take off, rinse and repeat, stuff like that. And I'm just babbling here because I was waiting for the engine to heat up, and I think it's good now, hopefully. We'll see later if it complains, but yeah, I think the temperatures are a bit buggy on the G and this version of the Baron as well. So you can't really rely on that so much. It's a shame. Alright, alternators, yes, that's good. Everything is good. Avionics on, yes. Exterior lights, let's turn on everything. The panels, landing lights as well. Yeah, brakes, right? Let's check the brakes. Remove the parking brake, we're starting to move, and then I apply just brakes, check. Yeah, it's working. Then let's turn that on again. If you guys want to see how the yoke looks like, you can go to the Discord server. I posted a picture of my setup in Flight Sim channel. And if you don't know the Discord server link, email me at theclumsygeek@gmail.com and I'll share with you the link. It's a bit of a sneaky one. Okay, fuel indicators, yeah, mixture, everything okay. There's this check for the feathering, and let's do it because I do want to make use of my throttles here from the yoke. Right, throttle set to 2200, so I'm going to raise the RPM to 2200. Actually, I can do it like this, although you won't be able to see the throttles moving, so I guess I'll do it like that. So 2200, right now we're at 1800. There you go, 2200. Then it says exercise the propellers. I think I just moved that a bit. Not enough to feather them, so not pulling them back completely, but just dancing them a little. Right? We lower the throttle to 1700. And then we check the magnetos. You might be familiar with this already, but now that we have two engines, we have to do them twice. So check one. Yeah. Revs reduced by around 50. Check the right magneto. So only the right magneto working. Also 50 RPM drop, that's good. This other one, yeah, 50 RPM. The other one, 50 RPM as well. Perfect. Wow. Don't know if you get it that perfect in real life, but fine. Alright. Now we lower the throttle to 1500. And because of this digital display here, we can really see accurately the exact RPM and not just rely on the dials. Sometimes the dials are good, but sometimes we want accuracy. Feather them. That changes the sound and the look. Actually, we can make it like that. I'll do that again. Love that sound. Beautiful sounds. Okay. Right, we're good. And then I'm just doing this startup for this one because it's the first time we are going with this airplane. But for future episodes, I'll be skipping this and I'll probably be starting off and like right before takeoff, and with the flight plan and everything, just so you guys won't mind so much. Okay. So we now check the idle of the throttle. Wrong button. Idle is around 800 RPM. 700. Okay, let's bring that back to 1000 so the spark plugs won't foul. And the REP will warn you when you do that, when you leave the throttle to idle for too long. Electric trim. Electric trim is working. You can see there it's moving. Yeah. Let's set that to take off. Take off, but maybe just a little. I don't want to really fly so high. Check and set for takeoff, just a little bit above 0, around 1 or 2. Flight controls. Flight controls, this is where we do this. And now that I have the yoke, I can actually do this thing. Push it, pull it, and you can check the elevator at the back. moving. Right. I saw a video where they actually advise to do this before you even start the plane, so that you can hear the pulleys, the levers working, and you can hear some, if there are any funky sounds or whatnot. Rudder. Yeah, everything good. Alright, let us go inside. Doors and windows close and lock. Let's close that. We are ready for takeoff. Finally, right? Transponder is set to alt already. Okay. Full throttle. And then I'll reduce the throttle later on. Actually, you know what? Because we're doing patterns, probably I won't touch the throttle and mixture. I'll just leave them to on for the entire episode. I'll just balance them out a little so the noise isn't there. Anyway, let's do this. Okay. Let's do this. Just balancing with the rudder a bit. And yeah, this yoke has like built-in rudders. So I'm not really using my feet for the rudders, but it's actually part of the yoke. It's very well done, very smartly made. It behaves like a rudder, where if you push one side, the other side actually... it's bouncy, lift off, it's heavy. There we go. Actually, I didn't go flaps 1, probably that's why. Alright, hit the brakes, and then pull the thing. Where is that? The gear? Retract the gear? Where's that button? There you go. And once we reach 500 feet, you can see the altitude there. I'm going to make a left turn here. How do you call it? Left traffic? Something like that, maybe. And you hear that humming sound. That's because of the humming and going. That's because of the difference in the revs between the two engines. So if you look at the revs, I'm not sure if you can see it in YouTube. And I am going too fast. One sec, guys. This is going to take a while. Alright. I'm going to lower the throttle a bit. And I'm just going to reduce the throttle just 1. You can see the right throttle, the right propeller. I'm slowing, making the revs smaller. And as I align them more, there you go. That's almost exact. Yeah, so you hardly hear the humming anymore. There you go. Let's take a left turn here. Actually, this is pretty wide. I turned too late, actually. Maybe not. There's another airport here. Yeah, in Singapore, the airports are right next to each other. So when you're actually doing a pattern, you can actually land on them like one at a time. Instead of doing a full pattern, you can like make a U-turn and then land on another airport, another U-turn, another airport. So many choices. There you go. Now we have to go down because I actually got a lot of altitude from that stunt there, and it's always hard talking and flying at the same time. Add on top of that the yoke adjustment. It feels really good to fly with the yoke, but really hard as well. Let me trim a little down. There you go. Just fall down to 1,000 feet again, or descend is probably the better term. You can see our position here with regard to the airport that where we want to land. So I should be starting to turn now, actually, but that's fine. I can extend it a bit. Shouldn't be a problem. Let me lower again. Slow down. Dial down on the throttle. And I'm trying to describe everything I'm doing because you can't see everything in the screen. So all the subtle things that I do, I want to also share. Okay, looks good. We are leveling off. There we go. Almost at 1,000 feet. Once we hit 152 knots, I can lower my flaps safely. There we go. Lower that down. And push so that the plane doesn't pitch up suddenly. Alright, now that's good. Now we can... Turning base. Is that the term? I always forget the terms. But yeah, this is the base we're turning to. I just don't know how they say it. And that is too sharp. Too sharp a turn. Too sharp a descent. So yeah, that's how we do it. Look at those buildings. Hello, Singapore. My house should be over here somewhere. Right near the water there. Yeah, I think I'm near the airport in real life. I think. Climb up, climb up. We are too low. The airport is so far away. Yeah, it's actually asking me to lower the gears already. And yeah, you can see the indicators for the gears are not here. It's not integrated. So that's actually the landing gear warning. You know what? Actually, let me put that down. Yeah, there you go. To increase the drag. Not that we need it, but yeah. Where's the airport? Can't even see it in the map. We pull up here. Keep this altitude. Where is the airport? Is that it? If I'm looking at the GPS, is it the rightmost? Is that the one? Wait a minute, that seems too far. Did I go that far away? That's a different one. No, it's this one. Yeah, okay. Turn left here. Don't snag that building. Probably illegal to be this low, but for the sake of education. Let me throttle up here again. Look at, there's actually a truck there. It's probably a Fuso traveling across the highway. The airport, there we go. I see it now. If you look in the upper right corner of the GPS on the multifunction display, that panel on the right, you can see there's the airport. You can see the runway as a diagonal white line. So that's where we're trying to go. Okay. So maybe too early on the landing gear, but fine, that's okay. And yes, I'm just all over the place right now, but it's a work in progress. We have to start somewhere, right? And yeah, I was sharing the purchase of this yoke with the Flight Sim channel in the Discord, and yeah, people were saying yeah, it's really a completely different experience and takes some getting used to. Okay, so yeah, this is what I'm doing, getting used to it. Spent like hours last night just crashing all the time. Puppy lights, I see one white. Yeah, I'm going to... There we go. There we go, okay. Two white, two red, we are on the right slope now. And I should be able to go more... Lower my flaps. Oh, we're too high. Yeah, lower flaps. Whenever you lower your flaps, it's a huge tendency to pitch up. The problem with the yoke though, the main problem I have is pulling up. It requires like, what was the review I saw? Like Schwarzenegger strength, they said. Because it really resists you. The spring is real. And it's very scary. We're quite high, but that's fine. The runway is quite long. So what we're going to do is we'll try to land. And then we will, if we survive, then we will try and take off immediately after. Touch and go is what they call it, I think. Come on, just glide down. That was actually very good. Lucky. Alright, that's one down. I'm happy with that. Actually, that's the best landing I've done so far, I think. Okay, let's go one level of flaps. Let's retract that one level. Go full throttle here. And take off. Touch and go. Okay. Hit the brakes so that the tires stop. And retract the landing gear. And also we can retract the flaps fully. There we go. Yeah, so this is what I do on my free time. I'm enjoying this so much. I don't know about you guys. I love it so much. Yeah, so much that I was willing to spend again. For me, it's an expensive piece of equipment. But yeah, I thought, yes, I'll be able to make my money's worth for this. Alright, what I'm going to try and do now is I'm trying to go and land on that other airport. So we can make like a left turn. And then another left turn, and then we should be right there. Smack in the runway of that parallel airport, but just facing the opposite direction. There's another truck there. This feels nice though, doesn't it? Not sure about you guys, but I'm really enjoying this. I hope you are too. Okay, too high. Too high, too high. What's my trim setting at? Not sure. Okay. Slow down, slow down. Actually, that's a bit high. We'll have to make a more aggressive turn. But we will try. We will try. Not even sure what the runway heading is, but I'm just going to eyeball it. We're going to see it soon. Where the heck is it? Should be right here. On the right. I see it? I'm all over the place, I know. There we go, I see it. Field in sight. And flaps, please. Just waiting for that speed. We're too fast, we're approaching it too fast, dang it. Landing gear down, flaps down, push forward so we don't pitch up. There we go. One more level of flaps I think I can manage. You guys see the runway? No, that's not it. That's actually the shorter one. Should be the other one. Dang it, I always get tricked there. There are two runways here. That one is like the trick runway. Oh my goodness. Not the trees, please. Okay, full flaps. Slow down. And we'll try to land here. Man, that's hard. They're actually like trees. I saw a video of this. Like some trees blocking the way and you have to like descend at a steeper angle after you clear the trees. Again, you can't follow the normal glide slope. It's a bit tricky. Okay, do that. Oh crap! Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I warned about. Yeah, that's what I do most of the time. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. It's a learning process. It's a learning process. Take off. Okay. Good. Brakes. Gears and flaps. Oh, pull up. Pull up. Yeah, so it's a bit hard. It's a bit hard. But that's fine. We learn, right? We learn. Okay. I'm going to slow down here. Actually, you know what? Actually lower my flaps again. And yeah, you see, when I didn't push back, actually just flaps are all over the place. We'll do a couple more landings and I'll let you guys go. But let me know if you enjoy these kinds of things, alright? Because I surely do. I surely do. Stop climbing, bro. Lessening the throttle a bit. Alright, next time we will try and land or make a right traffic. Instead of turning left, we will turn right. And there's another airport there. Yeah, like 3 airports next to each other. You sure do love our airports here in Singapore. And I haven't even gone to the main airport yet in this plane. That's way down there, like straight up beyond the buildings. Okay, there we go. That's the descent I want. So runway is somewhere there, I think. I guess I should be able to speed up a bit. Alright, let's turn. Bank left a little. Keep my altitude, don't fall too fast. Pull up a little. Where the heck is the runway? Should be there, right beside the water. I'm trying to also take note of like visual cues, so I don't rely on the instruments alone. They said that's the right thing to do. Okay, now I can lower my landing gear. Is it lowered? Yes, it is. And when we clear the field, when we're close, I can lower my flaps full. Right now I have 1 level only. Okay. Can you guys see the airport? Because I can't. I think it's over there on the right. Oh, dang it, yeah. I'm always off a bit. But yeah, it's so hard to flare. You know that final moment before you touch down, you have to pull up and face your nose up. It's so hard because the yoke is really resisting. And I think I need a little bit of trim, a little bit of adjustment, and a little bit of muscle. So maybe I start going to the gym more often to build some muscle and yeah, get things ready. Do I have my flaps yet? No, not yet. Okay. You know what? I'll do that now. Full flaps. Slow down a bit. Going to approach the runway at an angle. Not the best idea, but I think we will manage. Slowly lessen the throttle bit by bit so we start descending. There we go. That looks passable. And this has no wind factor in it yet. How much more if there's crosswind? Going to cry. But yeah, one step at a time, right? That's how we do it. We practice, practice, practice. I'm too high, dang it. Too high. But I think we can manage somehow. Pull up. Pull up. I'm actually floating. Oh, wasted. Okay, that wasn't good. So that's how my usual landings work. That's how my usual landings look like. Right. So maybe we should end here. Because I actually lost my propellers, both of them. So I'll probably do a little bit more in terms of practice. But yeah, that's the trouble I have at the moment. So I just got lucky the first time. So I need to make that more consistent, and I have to work on my muscles so I can pull up better. Dang it. Okay, let's shut that down. Not that that will do any good. Turn off that one, this one, and everything. And let's do a check on what kind of damage we incurred. Goodness, that hurts. That hurts my ego most of all. Let's do that. Maintenance report, let's see. Actually earning a bit. Interestingly enough, the tires are still okay. Everything's still okay. Actually, everything's still okay. Yeah, it's just the ego that hurts more. But I think the propellers are gone. Good thing though, this REP doesn't really simulate the propellers, so I'm not sure. You don't need to change the propellers, interestingly enough. Maybe they didn't expect someone to fumble this hard. Is it possible to do one like... No, I'll schedule a different video. I'll record another video where hopefully we have a better time flying, okay? Well, I'll catch you in the next episode, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I know it's a bit faily, but it's a work in progress. And I'm willing to learn. Hope you guys are willing to stay. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. I'll catch you in the next episode where hopefully we don't fumble as much. Thanks and bye-bye. Clumsy flying. Clumsy flying indeed.